Now, taking a look at reports on how climate change is impacting our precious biodiversity, have you ever wondered that our global infrastructure could also be impacted by the rising global temperature? Transportation, telecom, energy and water infrastructure form the basis of the global economy. In addition to helping connect people, it enhances the quality of life and is necessary for health and safety. However, these structures can, even though robust, are vulnerable to climate change. Now, the impact of climate change is visible in the increased intensity and frequency of disasters. Now, these disasters have repeatedly shown their power to disrupt these four critical infrastructure pillars. So when infrastructure is planned, it's often requiring heavy investment because it is designed in a manner to last for years. For instance, coal-fired plants are expected to have a life expectancy of 5 decades. Similarly, dams, which are supposed to hold billions of cubic meters of water, should last at least 100 years. But when this infrastructure is designed, little consideration was given to the changing climate. Therefore, the impact of negligence is such that they are experiencing tremendous amounts of stress and are now highly vulnerable. For instance, if we look at telecommunications, the world is currently very dependent on the communication network. It is one of the fastest growing infrastructures which has experienced visible improvement over the last few decades. You can confirm the same by checking the internet speed of your broadband. But with high winds induced by climate change, it is common for objects like trees to fall on telephone poles and create disruption. In addition to that, wind and solar factors affect the above-ground cabling, while floods and hurricanes can impact underground cabling. It's not just the telecommunications infrastructure. The transportation infrastructure is also impacted by climate change. Thanks to transportation services, it is possible to stay interconnected, but with the drastic change in weather patterns, it is impacting the transportation sector. For instance, the bomb cyclone, which North America experienced over the Christmas weekend, has resulted in the closure of airports and thousands of flights were cancelled. That resulted in the creating chaos as passengers were left stranded at airports. Moreover, disasters such as floods and hurricanes can have a lasting and profound impact on drinking water. Now, drinking water facilities and the recovery period for the same is a very long time. It is not only limiting the drinking water, but also contaminates the water. Furthermore, it can give rise to waterborne diseases too. In the latest instance, this can be seen in Pakistan, where the country experienced floods that inundated almost 1/3 of the country and resulted in the rise of waterborne diseases among residents. So climate-resilient infrastructure is the need of the hour. Such infrastructure is planned, designed and later operated so that it is prepared for climate change and adapts to it. Climate-resilient infrastructure, in addition to withstanding climate change, can also engage in quick recovery after facing a disruption. Even though it might not be able to eliminate the impact of climate change, it reduces the disturbance. WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.